not? I dare you.
Oh God. I don't think so, but you never know. I guess with Thompson, he could just go with something insane like a Max Midnight Pulse build or Max Malphus build over Eidolons could be one way. I don't expect that, but you never know. I suppose. Never out of the realm of possibilities here for T1.
No.
For RSG, I mean, they're really having to think hard about these bans. Maybe at this point you just ban some of the more standard heroes. Ember Spirit could be one way. We know Ana still plays that here as well. He used to love it on safe lane. So you could still take care of the Ember here. Kind of kill two birds with one stone. There's not too much kind of scaring them away here from the bans as well. I mean, still, it's fairly safe bans from T1, like Winter Wyvern, Bristle. You've got a lot of room to just build up, double down on what core you'd want here for MKS. And you've got the Marcy to buff it up. Stuff like Jug feels pretty good. Terrorblade doesn't look too bad for RSG if T1 doesn't ban it in the next phase. So those could be considerations for them as well. But RSG are really taking their time. I think they're really just wondering what the hell is up with this opening.
Yeah, it's a weird one, that's for sure. I mean, they've got three, or either at least two more cores to ban out. We highly doubt it's a Tree and Protector core here. It should just be a white one on that. So they'll get rid of the Zeus. Fair enough. Something I was quite expecting. T1, one more ban for themselves. Not too much reserve time used for T1. They don't seem quite as concerned about this draft. It's a much more standard opening here for the side of RSG.
5 seconds
I have
remaining.
a bit of a think about it. We saw the Wyvern ban out earlier, so maybe just afraid of a pos 5 Wyvern. Oh, you never even know a mid Wyvern could come out. There's your Pango being banned out now as well by T1. We can see the drafts continue. Pango ban obviously pretty damn good against the Train Enigma. Just another way of cancelling off the Black Hole in the middle of these team fights. Just get rid of that Rolling Thunder opportunity that RSG could have gone for. It's T1. They'll have first pick in the second phase of picks.
Radiant team.
Get more cores to come out. They could still choose to go for a position 4 pickup for Zephyr, but no, they'll go down the Lone Druid route now.
It's a safe bet. I mean, nothing from RSG really melts that. We saw how fast a Lone Druid can take these objectives. So it looks like T1 might be doubling down on that good old T1 playstyle of just make sure your towers never fall with a tree. Get some insane push out for the rest of your team. You've got the Eidolon army. You've got the Bear. Mask of Madness build into Deso. Towers just melt. RSG has some solutions to that. I mean, the Marcy can kind of gun down the Bear, considering how much damage Marcy just naturally has with the Unleash up. So you could still melt it. Rubik with the damage reduction's also pretty alright in slowing it down to some extent. They will pick the Death Prophet on their side now on RSG, so that is still flex. I feel like Raji's the kind of guy who would still run a DP5 if he wants.
Yep.
But it could also just be the Exceler in mid. I mean, you don't really see your matchup yet here for
10
RSG.
seconds remaining.
So you could just kind of flex it for Raji. He still loves these Stranger 5s
5 seconds
overall. Like,
remaining.
again, last time I saw him on his stream before he joined RSG, he was playing stuff like Ember 5 and saying stuff like that works. So,
Yeah, it does.
never
There's
mind.
an Omni Knight. Yeah, Omni Knight is out now, so that should be the Roger hero. But the thing is, John, Omni DP is extremely potent. We've seen this before. Very hard to control the Death Prophet when he's got an Omni Knight, when she's got an Omni Knight right behind here. And even with the Marcy, again, you just love to kind of rebound in. You like to pop that Unleash, pop the Sidekick, and just
5
get to
seconds
work.
remaining.
With the Heavenly Grace and Guardian Angel behind you, you're going to feel a lot more safe doing that. Going back to the Death Prophet pick as well, John, I do appreciate it, considering you are up against a Trained Protector. All that bonus armor and HP regen you give to the towers with that living armor. Not going to be so much of a problem anymore with the push that you have from the DP. And it is one of those heroes that naturally does quite well into the Lone Druid as well. So the drafting from RSG, I would argue, is probably a lot better than Game 1, at least for now.
Radiant
yeah, it's
team
shaping up a lot better. And you see the Quap come out here for T1.
What's Whitemon laughing about?
Every time he laughs when they pick something up, I keep thinking, are they going to flex this? Is this why they're having a giggle? Are we going to have something weird? Like, I don't know, support Lone Druid, flex that away, run something like Ana Quap? Surely not. Now, that is definitely thinking way too outside the box. I mean,
Is
just a mid quap versus DP sounds like a pretty good matchup. It does feel a bit too much to go that way. I mean, we did see a support quap, to be fair. You know, we did just see that recently, which means Cuckoo might be able to maybe just take something like a Treant offlane if you really wanted to. Or the LD offlane, but I doubt you kind of go that route. Like, one of these, well, one set of two here has got to be the supports for sure. And RSG, this doesn't look like as much of a unmanageable matchup, although the magic damage output of T1 kind of nullifies the Guardian Angel. Like, you've got Sonic Wave, Black Hole. Those are pretty good already, even if that saving spell comes out from the Omni Knight.
Well, final banouts are here, Jonathan. They are upon us. My question to you, RSG, they are lacking a position 1 right now. You'll see T1, they do ban out the Terrorblade for now. Is there a particular pos 1 you think that fits the bill very good for RSG in this draft?
I'm not seeing a straightforward pick. Maybe, I mean, the Slark didn't have the best of times. The Slark could still be alright with the protection of the Omni Knight. Jug could be one way, and you naturally build into a Maelstrom. You can clear out the Eidolon army. Omni Slash gives you some options to play. Maybe you go a little bit strange instead. Luna could be one way to get that push accelerating on RSG's end, although we don't tend to see a lot of Luna nowadays. Weaver's not really the most slippery. I mean, it is, but you've got Overgrowth and Black Hole, so you should still be able to intercept a Weaver at some point if you wanted to go that route, and they do ban the Life Sealer instead, which can make sense. I mean, Life Sealer plus Marcy is pretty damn strong here for MKS. You just ensure that you don't have that option to rage out of Overgrowth as well, which can be annoying, or just rage out of your control in general outside of Black Hole. Or she's gonna have to show first, so T1 can adjust very nicely here.
Not much reserve time left here for RSG, only 3 seconds, and they are going to go the Troll Warlord route. I mean, that's fair enough. You can build up into the Dispel build up as well, right, with the shards on Troll Warlord these days, and it is a nice way of getting out of the root of the Lone Druid, I believe, so, and the Overgrowth even, so it could work out that way. Against the Lone Druid, you catch yourself, you know, kind of in a bit of an awkward pickle. At least you have the Battle Trance. Even against the Quap, the Ensnare is going to be quite nice. Troll, not one of the strongest pos 1s, but again, with an Omni Knight behind him, with that Natural Dispel as well, it could just be the way that RSG needs to go. Because there really wasn't many pos 1s left that could deal with what the draft of T1 is trying to do. As I see smiling faces once again, what are T1 thinking? What are they picking up? Something's happening.
Oh yeah.
Are we going to see something cheeky?
Whenever they have those big smiles on their face, I just feel like they have something up their sleeve, or maybe they're just joking around. They're like, oh, this is going to be easy, or something like that. Or Whitemon's just saying something dumb, I know. But the possibility of them just doing something crazy is the one that's always on my mind. Like,
just noticed as well, we haven't had the pleasure of seeing Whitemon snacking this afternoon either, which is very upsetting. No Snackmon for us, as they are going to go down the Razor route. So nothing too cheeky going on, just pretty standard. Razor against Troll Wall, although not a very fun matchup for the Troll. You know, you just get static linked. It's kind of rough. Anna's going to take the Lone Druid pos 1, tops in the mid quap, so nothing crazy going on here. It is going to be a support Whitemon